Let's get it.
Yeah, let me.
My D&D Beyond is not letting me log in.
Mine was having issues earlier when I was getting stuff set up.
It always has issues.
Just keep trying. It'll eventually have you enter your birth date.
Yeah. Yeah, it had me enter my birthday and then it let me through. I just had to like refresh a couple times.
Yeah, mine just did that. That's so weird. Alrighty. This is session 88. Last session, we
Yeah,
were
got it right.
wrapping up at the Minstrel's Haven. Mira was reading cards for everybody. Flint sent a message home. Belflor confirmed that the ring came from the Stormwreck Isles, from the Bahamut Initiate, and it kind of traveled around Waterdeep, and that's where they found it. And we spoke with a young Duke of Daggerford who asked us to help with some strange intelligent gnolls after being presented by Belfalor. We left and we visited the Helm's Hold, where Bale learned Helm's clerics have lost all their magic, and the new dawn is growing fast. And then back at the Shining Serpent, we met a adventurer who gave Renarad some deja vu, and it was a member of the Big Fish. Renarad contacted Snick to bring the bastion near the city by morning. Mira had another nightmare and saw a clamshell close around a water shaper looking staff. And in the morning, Opal returned with a message to Flint. And that is where we left off.
Yeah. That is where we left off. Everyone had just woken up. No one had met up yet, but I believe the plan was to gather what was left and head out towards Waterdeep, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we got everything done the day before, so there wasn't anything else to do in the city. Or at least that I remember.
Okay. Well, then the four of you eventually join back together in the lower level of the Shining Serpent. Each of you kind of had a different experience in the evening with your sleep. It's a new day. And that's where we'll pick up.
How'd y'all sleep?
Good. Excited to travel again. Feels weird staying in one place too long.
I believe we slept well as well.
Slept as good as I always sleep, I guess.
All right, that's nice. Well, now listen. I just need to make sure that you all are aware of the dangers of being around me. I know I've mentioned it a lot, talked about it a lot. If we go on this journey together, I don't think there's any going back.
Something gonna happen to
Like-
Waterdeep again? Or
It's all rain
Neverwinter
at this
again?
point. No, not necessarily. I'm just saying there are things around me that are dangerous that I cannot speak about.
Will you be able to
And if
speak
we're-
about them if we do stay with you?
Sure, it'll come up at some point. I just need to know that you all are making this choice consciously and aware of that.
Danger is nothing new to us.
I mean, you know, I told you my my stipulation is just as long as you don't try to stop me from dealing with Lathandra, I think we're good.
Well, that's you too, Mira.
I mean, I'm okay with. I think I'm okay with a little danger, but so we're at a point of no return where you may or may not tell us the dangers that surround you as we travel with.
I feel
That
I've been pretty
correct?
forthright with the dangers, the severity of them, and the randomness, unpredictability.
I feel like forthright is not the word I would use, but I understand what you're saying, Renarad. I mean, I'm down for a little danger, a little excitement, seeing new things, experiencing new things.
Well, if all three are in agreement, I assume Nejo agrees with you, Flint.
Yes, she is in as well.
Then I have arranged transport for us. We don't have to deal with the horses and everything. What we do need instead is to purchase some food.
Okay. You're
I
more
have some-
connected than I thought.
I have some friends who are helping us out that running low on supplies.
Is any certain kind of food?
Whatever kobolds eat.
Meat.
Pretty much anything that's edible and meaty.
Sounds good. We could stop by the butcher or something on the way out.
Kobolds.
It's like I have some rations, but
I don't know what I have.
Well, that's all I had to say before we set out.
are we leaving on a boat?
Are we riding kobolds?
It's the ship.
Miss
Of
Mira,
some
have you seen a kobold before?
I don't know.
There'd need to be a lot of them for us to ride them.
Probably not. I don't
Yeah.
think Miro would have.
No.
You're very accustomed to seeing Genasi and merfolk mostly.
No, I have not seen a kobold. They sound pretty bold, though. Like they'd be like big, bold creatures.
You see Mr. Flint?
People.
Thinks that,
Yeah.
but shorter.
Shorter
And-
than Mr. Flint.
And,
And
more,
more scales.
yeah, more scales. Think like a baby dragonborn that never grew up.
Okay. Well, this sounds like it's going to be an interesting time. So food?
Yes, where are we trying to stop?
Oh, I didn't open
Let's
roll
go to a
20.
butcher.
Fuck.
Joe said.
Okay.
Is Poor Lee's a
No.
franchise?
No,
It
the
is
last one
not.
is
No,
fucking-
it's the one and only location.
Just curious.
Yeah.
We'd be lucky if Poorly still exists at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think anything over there is doing too hot. Trickster just shows up with a bag, a bag of sandwiches one day.
Okay. Yeah. No shortage of butcheries here in Waterdeep. As you're walking out, yeah, there's there's some stalls that are selling cured meats, sausages, or there's formal butcher shops. What are we trying to? What's the vibe here?
I mean, I've been traveling, or I've been around Snick for a while. Would I know, like, his preference?
Yeah, obviously they'll eat anything.
Mhm.
But they do, prefer it, fresh. In terms of their proteins.
Like, not cured.
Yeah. And you've seen them eat it raw, grill it, various different means.
Then I'll just look for some, like a butcher shop that's got fresh kills that haven't been like processed yet.
Yeah, down the way from the Shining Serpent, across the street from this fenced-off manor, there's a shop called Marlowe's Meats. You walk into the shop and picture like a meat like display cabinet, right? Except open to the air, and below it there's sort of a metal box that you can see into through layers of like wire mesh, and inside of it blue crystalline glow churns, and you hear like there's just the sort of soft like moan of a frost elemental bound, chilling these meats for all eternity.
That's rough.
And Flint, you're no stranger to this technology, this harnessing of elementals to power machinery.
Does it feel like the same vibe, like the toxicity of it, or like the dirtiness of it?
No, it's the more conventional means of binding an elemental to a construct or a piece of machinery to achieve a purpose. It's not taking shortcuts with what you're used to back home. But a gentleman behind the bar, portly fellow, just wearing a heavy leather apron, had a cleaver in one hand, mid carve on a very large roast. Says, good day. Welcome to my
Hello.
shop. Anything that you can see is for sale.
I'm looking for. Have have the kobolds in the past shown that they like appreciate the finer cuts or anything like that? Or are they just as happy to have just like the trash meat that is cheap as hell?
Yeah, they're simple creatures. Yeah.
They were happy to eat my create food or water, which tastes like pretty much nothing.
Well, hello there. I'm looking to buy in, not kind of in bulk. Whatever's fresh and whatever's cheap.
Fresh and cheap. All right. Everything's by the pound. We've got some beef and pork mince.
How much per pound for that?
2 gold a pound.
Works for me.
Not the best stuff, all the trimmings.
How long above board, like, typically? Like, we're getting into math here. Like, how much do these kobolds eat, and then how long does that stuff last them? You know what I mean?
When you're not
I'm
around a
also
lot
happy to
last
just pay
time.
a price and say it's taken care of. But
They do eat a lot. Think of them as like 11-year-olds. Just endless appetite, endless energy, endless curiosity.
and how many are there total?
There's 5 of them.
I thought there was 6. I thought it was 5 plus Snick
6 then.
above board.
I don't even remember the other.
I have their
names.
names. I can check.
So what are we thinking? Like a pound per kobold?
You've spent the last few months buying in bulk, them going through a lot of it fresh in the first day or so, and then you've had to show them how to preserve or cure things because they start to get upset when things go bad and their stomachs start to hurt.
But they do know how to do that.
It's been some time now. Yes.
Okay. Then I can't really go overboard here, so I'm just gonna get 6 of them. We get 50 pounds of meat.
Well, all right. You got a card or something, or you jamming this in a bag of holding?
Oh, I've got a bag of holding. It'll be fine.
I'll double wrap it then. Yeah, give me a few minutes, will you?
Oh, of course. There's no rush, sir.
Right. Kind of throws back a flap of a curtain on a wall. You're kind of just grunting and groaning, and then just the sound of a knife on wood as he's just chopping away.
Does Mira know if this? Would Mira know if this elemental is a slave right now? Is it like a sentient being? Is it just like a cog in a machine? Would I know that?
Let's see. You do speak a primordial. How would you reach out?
I will reach out telepathically.
Okay.
I don't know if it sees me or if I would just. Hello? Are you okay?
it's kind of like a very raspy, like breathy voice. Freeze. Must freeze.
Do you want to freeze? Is this your choice to do this?
All I know is freeze.
Do you want to know anything other than freeze? Do you want to be free?
Freeze.
Okay. Must be cool with it.
Does he know the song?
The song.
Oh,
God,
she forgot.
don't
She's
do
already.
that. Don't do that.
The song will set me freeze.
No. Okay. Well, I just would leave him be. Okay, enjoy your freeze.
Yeah. Some time goes on and just bag after bag, burlap filled with mincemeat is
What?
slopped onto the counter.
What does primordial sound like to other people?
It's
I don't know.
it's
It's like
if it
wind
makes
noises.
sense, it's hollow but fluid but gravelly but charring all at the same time, and it's lots of kind of like chunky words.
Gotcha.
Like with like the like the inflections or the change of like tone or like to pronounce a certain word is almost like mimicking like the sound of stone, flame, water, or wind.
Bale's probably just watching you do this. It's just like making weird faces at you. Should we get any salted meat? Do we have a way to like preserve stuff where we're going, Mr. Denovi? Or not,
We do.
Mr. Renarad?
Yeah, Mr. Forthright over here.
Okay, I was just checking in case we needed to like grab some
Alright.
salt or something.
Math's pretty straightforward. 50 pounds.
Was what? 2 gold a pound?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Count out 100 gold.
All right.
For the
Well,
fucking kobolds. Bastards.
pleasure doing business with you. Come on back anytime.
Oh, certainly will. Always need more meat. Head out.
Before we leave, can I detect thoughts on the elemental and just
Sure.
push? I just want to see if there's anything else there besides freeze.
You feel pain, turmoil, anxiety, stress, solitude, servitude.
Well, boys.
But
Time for strike 2 with the city guard. Let's get it.
yeah, yeah. But but mixed in all of that, there's a bit of joy in it.
Before I leave, I will just telepathically link with him again and tell him to take care. And I don't know if it'll work or not, but I will cast Calm Emotions just to try to calm that turmoil that I felt, at least for a little bit.
Okay.
Walk out.
RPing the emotions of a smart fridge.
Truth. All right.
Is it more expensive to just get a frost enchantment on something than enslaving a elemental?
Right?
You can ask Flint about that.
I do have experience with elementals. As
Enslaving
we're
elemental?
leaving, is there like any notable town crier or like someone with flyers and stuff similar to how
You've definitely seen them around, yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to whichever one we pass and try to get a flyer. And I just want to see what's going on in the world.
Okay. Yeah, it's a young boy. Kind of wearing tattered clothes. He's standing next to like a crate that's just piled high with flyers, and he's just shouting and just passing them to whoever will take one. You grab yourself, a copy of the Neverwinter Times, pretty much. Of what's been going on around the city. Main like focus of the first few pages is recap of the tournament, mentioning you guys. Also just various events that are coming up. Reports of whatever happenings or crimes going around the city. Orders, from the crown, to ration X items, yada yada. As far as the world, got here. There we go. Reports of civil unrest in Silvery Moon, as sort of undead and vampire incursions become more and more numerous, and included with that is the kind of a blurb from the High Overlord Tarek Ragelight of the Lathanderites, mentioning that they were going to move on Silvery Moon if no one else does. Tensions with the Fire Giant Council of the High Mountain are becoming like hair thin. And you guys have noticed since you've been in the city, outside one of the main walls, a large excavation quarry operation has commenced. You've seen miners walking around the city, all dressed up in their gear. Flint, you would have picked up on this especially. But the council grows impatient with the progress and finds the reasoning of the Crown and the Lord's Alliance to be inadequate to stop them from proceeding with what they're after. There's also mentions of riots and unrest in the High Mountain. Protests and several houses and guilds kind of striking on work, and those protests being stricken down with force. News from
You spell stricken?
then sort of just a message to the population from the Lord's Alliance. Those that stand against the Empire of the New Dawn, please remain stalwart and alert. Treachery is afoot all over the Sword Coast, all across Faerun. Any and all able-bodied men and women are being asked to take up arms, get formal training, register with your nearest guardhouse, temple, and if you are willing to fight, then we need you pretty much. And then still radio silence from Luskin.
I'm sure they're fine.
All imports and exports have ceased. Anything that's gone into the city, any merchant vessel has not returned.
Definitely because there's just a big party going on and nobody wants to leave.
Yep. Those that can. The biggest, or that being said, the biggest, or the folks that's their biggest concern would be Mirabar off in the north. You guys traveled past that Renorad on your way to Luskin, sort of a mountainside fortress.
That's the one we
there's
flew
news
past and
of-
then stopped
yeah,
before we went to Luskin.
yeah, news of just strange happenings in Mirabar. People reporting seeing strange figures and black mists, even casting shadows in this realm of pure sunlight.
Yeah, Tarek Ragelight says he's gonna go deal with the undead in Luskin, but or in Silvermoon, but he doesn't say shit about Luskin.
And then just the standard usual fare. Orcs in the north, orcs in the hills, gnolls to the south. Be wary on your travels. Watch out for Lathanderites, raiding parties, things like that. Yeah.
Good deal.
In the news, you've also seen and just heard from just around town, being in a large city for several days now, especially you, Renarad. In the north, reports of caravans, traders, things like that being attacked by orcs has gone way up.
Say which orcs?
Just orcs, or orcs in general.
Okay. I didn't know if it like said they were like a specific tribe or anything.
Yeah, the victims, they're like, wait, what tribe are you, before they got executed?
I mean,
And then the word made its way down south.
they might have had like
We need to know for the census.
survivors or whatever, and they like describe what flag or whatever, or that they were blue. Blue is enough to figure out what.
That's right. I forgot Shayla lived above board.
Did she?
Yeah, she lives.
Above board we do.
Oh, I
Because
didn't.
she went with Denovian to the Frost Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember that she went with you. I knew you went to the Frost Giants. I didn't remember she went with you. I didn't know she was. Or, didn't realize she was alive. That's cool.
Old girl got out the prison realm like Gojo.
Spoilers. I'm not there yet. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's our worldly recap.
Sweet. Find out anything interesting, Mr. Flint?
Casually in the news, they're talking of vampires and undead incursions in Silvery Moon. And
Never seen a vampire before.
High Mountain is doing no better. The Lord's Alliance put out a statement telling people to take up arms against the New Dawn, the Empire of the New Dawn. More horrible news.
Well,
The
Is
meat.
it normal? Oh.
what?
Or
What'd you?
look, is it typical for people to keep those creatures like that? That was just in that shop?
The elemental that you were making whoosh noises at, Miss
Yeah.
Mira?
Yeah, is that a typical thing for people to do?
think
I
it-
believe so.
It's
one
not
way
uncommon.
to do an enchantment, I guess.
Technology and all that.
I've definitely seen just regular enchantment magic before, but that's not. It's just one way of doing it.
Okay.
Was the meat all we needed to get?
I think we just needed food,
All I
right?
needed.
I have nothing that I need to get.
Do we need to buy?
We're good.
Should we buy potions or anything since we're going to or fight gnolls, possibly?
Mm.
I don't think any of us
Might
is
not be a bad idea.
healing.
Potions are for people planning to lose.
I missed your Dragon Slayer. I don't know if I have any or not.
I don't.
I do not. I wouldn't mind getting some, though.
Yeah, in case we run out of spell slots and need to get somebody back up, it's probably a good idea. I think most of us have a cure wounds or some type of heal.
Yeah. Well, what was that one shop? Didn't we go to a potion shop here?
We went to a magic
Maybe
shop,
not.
but not a potion shop. I don't think.
Mm.
Oh no, Flint did in between rounds when we had like the intermission, and he bought Alchemist Fire.
Mm.
But we didn't. That we were all split up at that time. So, anybody know where the potion shop is? We can swing in there before we leave.
I was looking in my notes to see if I remember the name of the place, but I don't have the name. But
I write
I
down such
bought
arbitrary shit. I'll check. Just sometimes I don't
oil
put down.
slipperiness from that potion shop. So
Runes
I would
and
know where
No,
that
Runes and
is.
Rods is the magic shop.
Yep.
Flint has an ailment called Fleckfire.
I don't have the name, but I have a light white-skinned gnome with a poof of blonde hair.
Yeah.
See?
Yes.
And that he got a potion of climbing when he was trying to barter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a potion of climbing and an oil of slipperiness.
And some Alchemist Fire, right? Or you talked about it. I don't know if you bought it.
Yeah, he got that.
Yeah, I've got alchemist fire as well.
That seems to be missing from my notes as well. Well,
And we're just swinging
You
in
can
there
cer-
and dropping like 100
you can
or
certainly
150 gold
find-
per potion.
find your way back to it. Henceforth, the shop will be called Potions and Provisions.
Okay.
The gnome with the puff of white hair's name is Pip. Yes, we make our way back to the Potions and Provisions. Very kind of like oddball, oddities type of place. But no shortage of potions or alchemical supplies or in ingredients, as you've found, Flint. How many potions are we wanting? How much gold is in the coffer still?
I have 400 just on me.
I have
Okay.
1382 on me.
Okay.
Flint has the party funds too, because I think we have. Or I don't know if we have money in the.
305.
I have 425.
The party funds are empty because everyone's split up.
Yeah, we split the gold. And we have the party inventory, but not the party. No funds in there right now. I don't know. Each get like what 2 regular healing potions each, just to get people up if we need it. Is probably good. If we can.
The 2d4 ones or the 4d4 ones?
2d4. 44 is like that's greater, right? And that's like 100 gold or something a piece.
Yeah, they're a little more pricey.
Yeah, just the 50 gold ones, and just get what 1 or 2 each, just so we have emergency. Get the fuck up stuff. That makes sense to everybody.
Okay. So 3 of them.
2 each. So get 2, 4, 6,
So
8.
8.
Yeah.
Flint, are you going in? Are you doing the talking?
Yeah. We can
Give me a charisma check real quick.
11.
11. Okay. Pip, the shopkeep, remembers you from before. And also, obviously, you won the tournament, so he congratulates you. These 8 potions will be 40 each instead of 50.
Nice. I will pay. I'll pay
Good
for
deal. And, yeah,
at least mine. So 100 from me, or 80 from me.
everyone just take 80 out of their inventory.
Sounds good. And then
Wait, how many are we getting?
2 each. 2 regular potions of healing each.
Yeah. Potion
And
of healing.
we have a discount at they're 40 each, they're 40 gold each instead of 50 gold each. Potion of healing. Wait, which one's the right one? Legacy? Yeah.
Yeah, a legacy, just plain potion of healing, 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. There it goes. And then I'll make sure I have 2. And we're good. Sweet.
Okay.
I don't think there's any other potion
Do
I
we
want
need
to buy or
anything else before we head out to our mysterious means of transportation?
I don't believe so. I don't have anything I would want to do.
I'd buy
Okay.
one. I'll buy 2 bottles of Alchemist Fire if I can for experimenting.
Okay.
Like dipping a bullet in it and seeing if I can fire it or something weird. I'll probably burn the shit out of myself trying to put it in the gun, but
Those will be 17 gold each.
okay. I will take that out of my 17.
And then you can just add it to your bags.
Okay.
So everyone's got a potion of healing times 2.
34 gold out of mine.
And Bale's got the additional alchemist fire.
Alchemist.
Okay. Does anybody need to take a break? Do you guys need a minute, Tyler and Anna?
I don't need it. No.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
No, I was down to make nachos.
Like if you get, if you got
it's up to you guys. If anyone wants to step away for a minute, we can do that now, or we can keep going. Just offering.
You want to make nachos?
You can go make food, dude.
No, I'm good. I can make a mess.
Okay.
All right.
Rent a rad mobile.
Yeah. 4 of you back out onto the city streets. Arm full of potions. Bale divvies them out to everybody, pocketing the 2 alchemist fire for later.
And he starts walking towards the docks because he thinks we're
Yeah.
going to a boat.
I would follow. Said ship.
He said no horses, so the 2 options we talked about yesterday were a boat or horses.
We're gonna head out of the city and head southeast for a bit.
Just walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll meet him out there.
Must have a private dock.
Okay.
Out
Yeah.
the city we head.
Yeah. Wandering through the southern half of the city, across a bridge spanning what looks to be like sort of a massive like gash in the ground. through the city that's been built around. You exit the southern gate down here. Renorad confidently leading the way. Couple hours later of him just a bit further.
Are we there yet?
Just a bit further.
Are we there yet?
Off in the distance, a small fortress sits nestled in a hillside after 2 or 3 hours of walking.
Just
Is
run
this
around,
the
kind of
place?
point.
I just keep walking.
I'll
Guess we
follow.
just keep following him.
Mr. Forthright, I say under my breath.
I look back and like, guys, all right?
If you didn't want to pay for
Yeah,
horses and just wanted to
It's right
walk,
over there.
we could have talked about it. We could have covered your horse.
You
That
can see it now.
fortress?
Like, yeah, that's where we're headed. Don't need to be slowing down here at the final stretch.
Okay.
Horses must be inside.
Yeah, just keep following because at this point I wouldn't. Yeah, transportation's there somewhere.
We've got a carriage in here, I guess, and I'll just keep walking.
Eventually, walking up into the hillside a bit, the closer you get, this fortress, not so much nestled, but lodged into the hillside. A perimeter of dislodged earth surrounds it. The hillside torn up as there's like a large gash in the landscape spanning the width of this fortress, leading up to where you see it resting.
Don't worry, that's normal.
Let's see. Okay.
I don't see a good road
He
to
just
pull a
carved it
carriage
right
from.
out of. Yeah.
Give me a perception check, Mira.
Mm-hmm. 10.
Yeah, you can gaze upon this place. Centralized keep that sits on like a mound of stone, and then like a staircase carved from the land itself leading up to it. Sort of blue tiled roof coming to a like point at the peak of each building. There's two large towers that are part of the structure. This structure, one standing taller than the other. Sort of a large lawn out front with looks to be kind of like wooden scaffolding almost, with large leathery sails attached to them. A plot of crops at one point in the lawn.
While we're approaching this, Flint is gonna fiddle with Nizal while we're walking, and I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic and just keep my hand on her as her eyes just start looking everywhere.
Yeah.
This is very homey. Homemade.
Yeah. Four of you stand at the base of the stone staircase leading up to the keep.
It's gonna be hard to get a carriage down these stairs, Mr. Rennerhead.
Would one of you like to go first, or shall I lead the way?
Oh, we'll go. Flint and Nizau are going right into the stairs, and I'm like just looking for any kind of magic.
And
And like, are
everything
there any
is-
like alarm bells going off in Flint's head? Like, is any of this anything that you would have any
Everything-
knowledge of?
everything around you thus far is completely absent of magic. It is normal. Maybe you're perplexed at the surrounding area. Large, drag gash marks everywhere, displaced earth. Yes, I don't know. You're a smart guy. I feel like the wheels are turning a little bit. But you can't quite
Making my way up the stairs.
figure it out.
Oh,
Okay.
drink it.
Yeah, I'll follow Flint up the stairs.
Yeah. I'll kind of lean over to Bale and be like, I kind of expected something a little bit more fancy for Renarad, but
Flint is gonna turn around on Nizau while she's walking up the stairs and just whisper, "I think it flopped."
Oh, yeah. One by one, four of you walk up this stone staircase. Renarad in the rear. Flint, you and Nizau sort of pass under a portcullis that leads into a central courtyard to this place. And standing all in a line, like at attention, are 6 blue and white skinned kobolds, all wearing either metal or leather armor suited to their form. And all of them kind of get wide-eyed for a second and stare at you and kind of panic.
Flint would hold his hands up and try to just calm him down, and in Draconic he would say friendly.
They go, oh, and they're like, you speak the dragon's tongue.
I do. I'm with Renarad.
Any fleshman speak dragon's tongue? Who Renarad?
Wrote this one.
And
Points
Bale.
behind me.
Bale walks in
Bald
behind you,
mustache.
I'm just
Followed by
waving.
Mira. followed by a Renarad. All of them, so Donovan! Donovan!
That's what they call me. I think it's a term for chief or something from where they're from. I don't know. I don't speak Draconic.
One of the kobolds kind of steps forward and takes off a leather helmet, speaking in common. Donovan. Good to see. Who bring with?
Did we ever name the other 5 kobolds?
Mhm.
Yes,
they
they all
have
have
names.
names. They're in my notebook, but it's packed with our stuff at the new house.
It's yeah.
I might
I'm
have
looking
wrote.
through it. I can't find them.
F.
Yeah, I don't have the.
Cobalt.
Anyway, I'll walk up and say, "Your common is getting better and better. I'm impressed.
Ah,
It's good to see you too."
much thanks.
I'll pull out a package of minced pork and beef and hand it out to him. I brought food for you all.
Right. And kind of turns around back to the other kobolds and like barks at them in Draconic. Each of them kind of jump up and start just.
Vale's gonna lean
Oh.
back to Mira and just say, "Is this why he was always extra grumpy to me? Because he runs his own gang? He doesn't like the competition."
Might be. It might be.
Makes sense. There can be multiple gangs.
This is our home of a sort, and it flies.
It
So I
flies?
do not see the need to rent horses or boats or passage.
Like a skyship?
So, what is the relationship between you and these kobolds?
They're his rival
You don't
gang.
see the resemblance? Consider it a favor for a friend. I look
Fair
after
enough.
them. They manage the grounds.
How's the place looking? Does it look run down? Or does it look like they've been taking good care of it?
It is a. I mean, obviously you're just in the courtyard. It is a nice courtyard that looks like it's been maintained by 6 kobolds.
Looks like they do a pretty good
They're all-
job.
Yeah, they're precious. They're not like your. Do they like do your bidding?
No.
I mean, they call you Donovan. You said that's chief.
They've
Not in
something like
Draconic.
that. They've got a weird kind of social structure. You remember the dragon I was telling you about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, these kobolds are all kind of under his control, sort of. And so when we slayed the dragon, and freed these fellas, the concept of free will is kind of foreign to them. So while we have repeatedly tried to tell Snick he is his own person and is capable of making choices, he ends up just kind of defaulting to what I say.
Yeah.
So it's not that they do my bidding per se because I make them. It's kind of just a habit, I guess.
It's a rival gang.
And I also bring them food and whatnot.
And this whole place flies?
Indeed.
Do they have anything to do with that? Do they help it fly?
Oh, they pilot it. They're the ones who landed it right here.
Can they
That is
see
impressive
where they're
for a kobold.
landing? Did they hit anything on the way down?
No. They haven't hit anything in a long time.
Inside check. No, I'm kidding.
more distinguished kobold comes running back. In common, Donovan, you find sword?
No, I have not. No.
Oh, okay.
Have you?
Yeah.
Does it appear here?
No. We look everywhere again. He climb up
In
to
Draconic,
smoke hole and look in there. No find.
Present, Tyler?
in Draconic, hearing Snick say that in common, just very short. What sword?
Kind of starts to answer and then stops and looks at Renrad.
Bill was gonna say in common to Renred. What sword?
I'll he and I have discussed this. You can talk freely to him.
Tiny old man speak good Draconic.
Speaks it better than me.
In Draconic. Donovan lost sword that belonged to my friend Yevgeny. Great warrior. He freed me and my companions from our former master. Show us what true leadership mean. Show Snick how to be brave. Shiny sword. Hurt a lot. Kill my master.
In Draconic, you are speaking of Nalaxi, yes?
Yes, that it name. In common. Where find small man? Very good Draconic.
Call it fate. We were paired together in the tournament, and he has stuck to me like glue on a shoe ever since.
What fate?
Happenstance. Chance. Random.
Snick, no understand.
Has Snick ever shot an arrow up in the sky?
Snick thrown rock in sky.
Does it fall back on you? Does it fall near you? Does it fall on a friend?
Sometimes hit Snick in head.
Exactly. Random.
Sometimes not.
Chance.
Chance. Fate. Snick. Think about this.
Careful with the rocks.
He's quite insightful for a kobold.
I must admit, I myself have been surprised repeatedly by the kobolds' capability for intellect since we've kind of
Said
took them on.
they defend this place when you're not here?
That manage it. I haven't really had to defend it.
I was like, you said he was kind of smart. I was gonna maybe teach him how to use a gun if they needed to defend the place.
I mean, I don't see why that would be a problem. It's already in control of a flying fortress, you know. Surely that can do more damage than a single firearm.
That is a fair point.
Screen fades to black. They were so wrong. I mean, I do have a spare gun, so maybe when we have spare time.
Conic, small man.
Oh.
Where get your beast?
What of her?
Where find? No seen creature like this.
She found me. I'm from the high mountain.
Snick from high mountain. No mountain higher than where I'm from. Snick never seen creature like that before.
I haven't seen one like her either.
Goes and touches Nizao. Knocks on it. Skin hard. Like armor.
It is like armor.
All right, I'm excited. I want to see what this thing looks like when it flies. How high can it fly?
Mira has just been wandering around, looking around, and checking stuff out.
And she would have one or two of the kobolds like trailing her, but from a distance. Okay. Now what, Donovan? We go?
Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Shoot, where are we headed? Daggerford?
Were we going to Waterdeep first, or are we going to Daggerford first? I forget.
I think we were going to
It's up to you
Daggerford,
guys.
and then
We're going to Daggerford, and then we're heading Stormwreck on the way back.
yeah, I thought that was the plan as well.
I thought we were going to Waterdeep for.
Right?
I thought we were going to Waterdeep for Intel
I
first.
believe it was Waterdeep first the last time we played.
It was Waterdeep for
And,
Intel.
and then Daggerford. And then circle to the
Did I write
island
it
and then
down?
come back to Neverwinter. I believe that's what you guys talked about last time, but the plan can always change. It's up to you guys.
I didn't have that written down.
Let me throw up the map if you guys need it.
Yeah, because Daggerford's farther south than Waterdeep. So I thought, or we.
Yeah, but why are we stopping? Why do we need to go to Waterdeep?
We talked about going to Waterdeep for Intel because I can talk to my.
Intel for what?
I don't remember. I remember just.
That's
that we-
Hold on.
I remember we were stopping for Intel. Was it on Stormwreck Isle?
No, I've returned to Waterdeep, but then I just have Bale in parentheses. Stormwrecker Isle, Great Healer.
Like, I remember talking about it because you were like, "Oh, you guys can meet the boss," and I was like, "Why would we need to meet the boss?" But I don't remember there being a reason
And
to
there
go
was
there.
intel.
It was for intel
trying to
on
find the
the priest that,
person
that
that
gave the
sold,
ring.
sold the ring.
Or sold the ring, yeah. But if we don't want to do that, or I'm down to go straight through.
Yeah, I have planned. Travel to Waterdeep, then Daggerford,
Hey,
then
Mom.
Stormwreck Isle. But
Justin's not here.
No,
Or
we
Justin
we
doesn't play
can,
D&D with us.
I missed
I
that
don't-
part of the plan.
I'm down for the ride.
That's
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
because we were gonna go to Waterdeep, and he was gonna inquire about getting info.
Yeah, see if
who
somebody
sold
could
the
find
ring,
it.
And while they were gathering info, we were gonna leave and go to Daggerford, and then stop by on our way back.
Mhm.
Because isn't that guy not going to be at Daggerford yet?
Yeah, he's not going to be there as soon as us. That's why
Oh,
we...
yeah. He's got like 3 days
Mhm.
before he leaves.
Sorry.
All right, so Waterdeep,
Yeah, Waterdeep first.
Flint. I believe we are headed further south along the coast for a while until we hit Waterdeep. Then we're gonna stay there for a little while, a couple days.
We might want to land a little ways away from Waterdeep. They have Wyvern Riders or Griffin Riders? I don't remember.
Both.
That...
We have been running this bastion for over half a year at this point. You've been on it for all of 5 minutes. We don't need you to tell us how to do it.
All right. I'm just making sure we don't get attacked by griffins. I don't want to deal with that.
Did we park right on top of Neverwinter, or did we park a couple miles out of the city borders and walk?
Yeah, but maybe Snick's a better pilot than you. I don't know. I gotta just bring these things up, mister. Red.
Snick, does that sound like a plan?
I kind of turns around and starts just like screaming in Draconic. Like, everybody, get your things. We go now. And all the kobolds come like scampering into the courtyard and disperse into the large tower in the center.
Whichever two were tailing me, I want to follow at least one of them. See what they're doing.
Yeah, they dropped what they were doing and ran.
So we have to hold on, strap ourselves down.
No, not really. Just try to keep your feet steady under you, or go grab a seat somewhere if you're uncomfortable. Like, you'll see, it's pretty smooth.
Can I go up to one of those towers?
Yeah, feel free.
Where's
I'll
the
head up.
best view when we're flying?
I mean, we're gonna.
Is
be
everyone
flying.
going up?
It's gonna be views all around the perimeter of the place.
All right. I'll just try to find a place with a good like vantage point and just chill and watch as we fly out.
Is the whole gang going up into the tower?
Yeah, sure. I'll go too, because Mira was going up inquisitive like.
You go up into the peak of this tower. In the center of it, there's a pedestal with a dais in it and a sphere that sits in the center. And Snick on a little step stool manipulates the sphere with his hands, staring at it with intensity. Like all three of you, especially Flint and Mira, Flint, the machinery, technology in this room is kind of blowing your mind. And Mira, it's doing the same thing because you've never seen anything like this before. then Flint, you've got a million and one questions just running through your mind right now on how in the hell does all this work. The entire fortress, the ground beneath you starts to rumble. Earth below you starts to crack and shift as foot by foot this entire keep and the lawn beneath it begins to rise up into the air, leaving the hillside it once nested in far below you. You climb higher and higher and higher up into the sky until clouds start to blanket the grounds.
I think the whole time Mira's
Imagine-
just like looking out the window and then looking back at what they're doing. Like,
Yeah,
not
I would
knowing
imagine all three of you absolutely captivated
Yeah.
by the view, especially you, Mira, getting that high vantage point of just the endless expanse of ocean from horizon to horizon.
Better than
Never have-
horses, don't you think?
I would say so.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
You ever have to fight
can't believe
anything
you-
up here? Like that one guy that in the bar that was talking about sky wyverns?
Oh, yeah.
You've had a few run-ins with griffins and things when you've steered more towards mountain ranges and stuff like that, but for the most part,
And by not
Pretty
yet,
safe
I mean
travels.
only a few times,
yeah,
but nothing too serious.
you had one close call with one of the kobolds almost getting carried off by a griffin.
Nothing we couldn't handle. Those kobolds, they're wily folk.
Turns out a griffin is pretty good eating.
Like a turducken. It's chicken and
They're ducking.
half chicken, half. Actually, it'd be like chicken and beef and weird.
But yeah. Awestruck by the view. Our journey, I think, truly begins now, yes?
Yeah.
As
Hell
we
Venturing out.
venture south into uncharted territory for everybody.
And we still don't have a name.
You'll figure
You
it out.
just found out you have a sky ship, Donovan. So
But we've got a couple days worth of travel ahead of us.
My, thank you for the
How do
follow.
we want to do this? Is there anything anyone's trying to do?
I think Bale would just be doing the usual sketching new guns and thinking of different ways to like probably be he'd be screwing around with trying to like either dip a bullet in alchemist fire and being able to fire it or like hollowing one out and pouring it in and just trying weird stuff. Probably burning the shit out of himself.
I'll be right back real quick. I gotta help Olivia with something.
Flint would try to find somewhere to set up shop short term, and I would want to, if I have to use a tiny bit of it, I would, but I would want to just spend some time trying to figure out what benefits this oil of slipperiness would give Nizao if I were to use it with her.
Okay.
Mm,
Mira.
I think Mira would be making herself at home, I think. Just
Whose bed do you steal?
yeah, I don't know, whichever one I find that's the nicest. Um, Trying to like get familiar with the kobolds, like see what their day to day is like, and just kind of interact with them a little bit. But does Mira feel any different being this far, this high up? Like, is there a feeling of like disconnected from the water, or maybe like, do I not have any dreams? I mean, I know they're not like every night, but
Mhm.
does it feel like, I guess, like my brain has a little bit of a break, or do I feel like a longing, I guess?
Okay. We will get to that.
You're gonna get big dreams. What that sounds like.
I mean, you don't have to come up with anything. I was just curious if, like, being this far away has any
Definitely,
effect.
after the euphoria, the views and everything sort of wears off. You definitely, you always have that pull or call towards the water, and it's definitely stronger now for sure.
Okay. I would also, I get just be sketching the dream I had, like the cave, like I saw the stormy island, like in the mountains. I would just kind of like be sketching those on like cards, or
Okay. Okay.
sketching that
Okay.
stuff
Very cool.
out. I'm gonna need a second
Yep.
water.
I need to get when we go to Waterdeep, I need to see if there's like a sending stone or something so I can like talk back to base or at least to the spy masters so like I can get info from afar.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay.
Oh,
Everyone takes some time to settle in. I'm assuming Rena Red would show all of you to a place to sleep, get all of that situated,
Mm-hmm.
give everybody the tour. Sort of the keep is all one loop right in there. So sleeping quarters, sort of like a barracks where all of the kobolds reside, a kitchen with a large dining area. There's like a few studies. And there's still like a space that's like a work in progress, kind of like a workshop area, but looks like progress on that has been stopped. Yeah.
cool. They finished the barracks. I think at some point, Bale would try to find Denovian and just kind of like ask him when he got this or how he got something like this with the skyship.
Well, we helped some cloud giants, and this was their payment.
How did you meet cloud giants?
Well, I don't actually know how they met the first time, but I became friends with a group of people that were already under the employ of them. So I just kind of joined in.
Cool. Did they
Now
leave?
I'm
Why
the
are
only one remaining.
Yeah, I was gonna ask why did they leave this place to you? Did they settle down somewhere?
Bale, I've been warning you all time and time again. It is dangerous to be around me.
That's fair.
Not in a threatening way. I did not mean that.
He glances over the edge.
Just bad things occur around me lately.
Well, maybe we can change that. Hopefully, this group is different. I think,
At
oh, what? Go ahead.
at some point while Flint is studying that oil, if he catches one of the kobolds by themselves or sees Snick walking by, he would try to stop him. And he would make sure that Renorad was not nearby, and he wants to ask why they called him Donovan, because that's not a word that Snick or that Flint is familiar with.
Donovan.
So, what do you mean? Why?
I mean, what is that word? I haven't heard. He said it means chief, but I've never heard that word.
Donovan. He Donovan, I Snick. You small man. That's what we call him.
Interesting. Well, you can call me Flint, and you can call her Nuzal.
Flint. 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 Just keeps saying it over and over in common.
That is right on the money.
Flint. Flint. Flint.
And your name
Yeah,
is
you
Snick.
Flint. Snick.
And the bald one is Donovan.
Donovan.
I think at some point, Bale would find Denovian again, or Renorad again, and ask him if he has any like jars or containers in the kitchen, because I have, and he'll like pull out this jug, and he'll say, I can make water, honey, beer, mayonnaise, vinegar, oil, a bunch of different things if we need it for food and water as extra. And we can store it.
Yeah,
I can
just
make.
go check the kitchen.
All right.
Should be plenty of jars and storage containers.
I can do 8 gallons of fresh water a day, or a gallon of honey, or 2 gallons of vinegar, 1 gallon of wine. Do I get to specify the wine? Can I surprise Denovian with his favorite wine?
Definitely not.
Probably not.
That is something that cannot be replicated by some mere spell.
Break the wine economy of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he would probably just do fresh water and just like fill up like a couple of like jugs that he can find, just so we have extra fresh
Sure.
water.
Okay. Yeah. As each one of you are doing your tasks, there's always like a kobold within, 10 feet of you, like peeking around a corner, just watching what you're doing. Flint, as you're tampering with Nizao, talking to Snick, sees you messing with the oil and pouring it into like a open valve. What that?
Flint would just be overloading him with information and just giving him every ounce of detail for every like mechanical question he's asking about Nizao.
And just stares at you blankly with each answer, and it's kind of like you answer the question, you're just like, but why? And you answer it again, but why?
Yeah, Flint would just keep that energy and just outpace him and the question barrage.
You no makes sense, Flint. Snick too busy for this. Snick talk later.
Have a good day.
Where you add the oil to your construct. Kind of let things sit for a moment. And what's your next approach? What would Flint do next?
Can you repeat the tail end of that?
So you're adding this oil you purchased into Nizao, whatever reservoir there is, that aids in the operation or the sentience of her. And after letting it sit for a moment, what are you doing next?
I would have her start trying to test it out, and I assume we'd be either in or near the courtyard and see how her maneuverability is with this oil, if there's any notable changes in her movement.
Roll a d6 for me.
Be like a deer on a ice rink or something, just cartoon scattering around the room.
3.
So yeah, a couple things you notice. Definitely the machinery, the mechanisms are running smoother, less friction. all the moving parts are very well lubricated. You've noticed maybe a bit of a speed increase in Nizao.
As you were describing putting it, I was thinking like using it on her feet to make her go faster, not putting it in to make the systems work better. So I was imagining like a horse or like like I was looking, I found the kid, but it's like something slipper all around the room, and I was like, how is this gonna help? It makes more sense when you put it inside. That makes a lot more sense.
Inside the machine.
As your brother had mentioned in his letter, some of their tests they've been doing on like a prototype or like test model of Nizao that they have back at home. They'd mentioned researching some new enhancements, upgrades to possibly make her better. This will be your first one of many to discover and experiment with. So this oil of slipperiness, if you want to take a note on the item or in your notes, it's going to have three charges, and then it will be expired. When used on Nizao, she'll get a +5 move speed for 24 hours.
Yep.
You said 3 charges and it's 5 movement for 24 hours?
5 movement for 24 hours.
Okay, I'll add that onto it now.
Okay. It's something I've been working on, but a little...
Just like tweaks.
Little tweaks, enhancements, something for you to experiment, play around with in-game. But I'm thinking sort of like a kind of like a slot system for Nizao where there can be,
We can work with
some
that.
little extras, tacked on. But I will leave all the details and everything up to you to discover and experiment with.
Sweet. All right, I've got that note on the item in my backpack now.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I think after using the alchemy jug to like just fill up some jars with or fresh water, I think I would go back to fucking around with trying to see if I can implement alchemist fire into or on bullets.
Okay.
Do I have like way to like drill a hole, put it inside, and like cap it?
Mira said she would be trying to ground herself as much as possible while we're traveling.
Um, I think Bale would probably go to Flint and Mr. Flint, do you have any tools that can I want to put this in here and like show the bullet and show the alchemist fire. I want to see if I can make like a bullet that explodes into fire when it hits. Or acid. I can make acid with the thing or with the alchemist jug tomorrow. I don't know if
Flint.
it'll break apart when it fires.
Well, let me look. I'm checking something real quick. So Flint is going to take out his tinkering tools, and because I've got the artificer stuff, I'm gonna take about an hour with Bale if he wants to help me however he can. And I'm gonna make a set of tools because I have the right tool for the job, and I can use my artisan tools and create a set of non-magical tools, non-magical artisan tools that vanish when I use this feature again. And I'm trying to see my tool proficiency because I know I have a ton of them.
It's bottom left of your character sheet, right above your languages. I have I have proficiency with Tinker's tools and Smith's tools.
Yeah, I've got Smith tools, Thieves
And
tools,
Thieves tools.
Tinker's tools, Woodcarver's tools.
I think once you hit 3 in Artificer, you have proficiency in all tools. Or like all tools.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
I'm not quite there yet. I need one more level.
Yeah, I gain... Okay, I'm gonna use my Smith's tools. And I have proficiency with them. And I'm gonna see if I can't help Bale get this alchemist fire inside this bullet.
Okay. Alchemist fire.
I feel like I'd be pretty familiar with alchemist's fire.
Yes.
I will assist and cast guidance on Flint if we need to, or if we're rolling on him.
And while I'm doing this, kind of using Nizao as a bit of a workbench, her eyes are gonna kind of start glowing and just scanning over the bullet and the alchemist fire while I'm doing it. And I'm gonna have her provide the help action.
Okay.
Full mad scientist.
Full mad scientist is right.
Lighting a cigar for the occasion.
Next to alchemist fire is probably not a good idea. I guess
know that it's the exposure to oxygen that causes it to spontaneously combust.
It's gonna make it harder to get it into a gun or a bullet. Might have a better chance with acid tomorrow when I have more uses of the alchemy jug.
I'm trying to think of how I want to do this.
Yeah, I have no clue. I don't know how like proficiency with tools and shit like actually works.
Yeah, I haven't used tools too much. Like I've used Steve's tools, but that's about it in D&D.
I believe it's Celestials. Using tool. Okay. With advantage, roll a d20, add your proficiency bonus plus the guidance.
Guidance is a D4, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, and my proficiency bonus is +3. Oh, wait, I think I... Let me look at my... I think I have a race thing with my proficiency bonus. Yeah, so add twice your proficient... Oh, it's for history checks, never mind. All right, so 2D... So that's a nat 20 and an 18. And I add the proficiency bonus, which is +3, and then the D4 from guidance is a 1. So I rolled a 24
Hell yeah.
on a nat 20.
Okay. So, through a very delicate process, Bale, also give me a just give me a intelligence check
Intelligence
to go
check.
alongside with this. Yeah.
Move dice tray. Is that a 9 or a 6? That is a 9 plus 4. So 13.
Okay. Through a very delicate process, Flint undergoes this tinkering. Bale, you watching closely, taking notes. Using a very thin diameter piece of like tubing, Flint pokes through the cork in the top of this bottle of Alchemist Fire, ensuring to keep it closed with his thumb. Very risky techniques here. One of the bullets is sort of hollowed out, and this liquid is transferred into the bullet and then quickly sealed over with like a hot weld from like a spell. We have a singular Alchemist Fire round.
Custom item. Fuck.
I think it's done.
And results will be revealed at the time of the hammer hitting the
Yeah, if it just
top
blows
of the
up in my
weapon. Yeah.
fucking face. Well, good news is my gun is magical, so it can't break. Right, but
How's Flint feeling about that bullet? Like confidence wise. Because I feel like I
You
would have a
feel
decent gauge for my craft.
Yeah. Do we
you feel pretty
think it's
good
gonna
about it.
be? Do we think it's gonna be sturdy enough to fire it?
Yeah, you feel pretty confident, Flynn.
I think it'll be safe.
Sweet.
75% of the time, it works every time.
Does that eat one of my flasks of alchemist fire?
Um, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah.
I will put it in my
Sick.
notes that I used some of my or one of my alchemist fires, just so I have it written down somewhere. Whoops.
Yeah.
Used some. I can do some fucking outlaw star shit. Slam a cool bullet in there, fire it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's all amped up after making stuff.
Yeah. Thanks, Mr.
Like the
Flint.
rest of his day is just like riding that high.
Yeah.
You think we could do it with acid? I can make simple
I
acid with
think
the
we could do
alchemy
that with
droids.
anything.
Or poison. I can
There's
make
no rule
basic.
that says we can't use acid.
I can make basic poison. I think acid might eat through the shell. I don't think it'll last. Like the bullets aren't magical. The gun is.
We could try and find a shell that would be resistant to the acid if need be.
Basic poison could be good. Even if it doesn't do like poison damage, it could at least inflict the poison condition. By the way, let me know if
I
you need
think
any of
there's a
this
lot of
stuff.
potential.
I can do
Oh, I've
oil.
got plenty.
I can do oil and other stuff too if you need it for tinkering.
I will keep that in mind.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Several hours into your flight. Um, everyone is settled in, getting used to things. Bale and Flint have been experimenting. Mira's been spending several hours just in deep meditation. Trying to find, place of grounding. I would imagine, Renorad, you've been, just working with Snick, getting the download on all the
Yeah.
things, just making sure everything's ship shape,
Yeah,
telling
just
him
basically
like,
checking out the whole place, making sure everything's up to snuff.
yep, yeah, did you check this? Did this get taken care of? Did that get taken care of? Yeah,
Yeah.
just going through the whole list. And I
So
feel like that's
landlord.
probably the procedure by this point. Yeah. Okay. Eventually, the four of you and these 6 kobolds find yourselves sitting around a large dining table after several hours of travel. A steaming pile of freshly grilled and boiled mince with some gourds and carrots and things from the garden. It's put in front of each of you. Nick been get better in the kitchen.
Yeah?
Donovan tells Snick to find an art and study it. So Snick cook food.
It looks great.
What have you learned how to make so far, Snick? Mr. Snick? Gotta stay consistent.
Let's see. Beef mush, griffin mush, fish mush, and rice.
One could consider it curry of sorts.
Not too bad. Maybe stews. Stews are pretty solid and easy. We can get you working on some stews. You just throw water and meat and vegetables in a pot, and you're good to go, pretty much. And then you season it. Salt, pepper, the usual stuff.
Yeah. Snick. Happy to have Donovan back.
Happy to be back, Snick.
What did
Donovan
you
brought
use?
new friends.
What did you used to eat before beef mush, griffin mush? Was it just raw meat?
We not picky. Donovan bring food, we eat food.
That's fair.
Also want to thank Donovan for bringing a new strange food wizard. He make new things Nick never heard of from jar. Mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise
You
is
must teach Snick food sorcery.
one of the essential food groups according to these weird wizards that taught me how to make this.
This thing can make beer too. You can marinate your meat in some beer, I guess. I heard people do that.
Snick, no allowed. Have beer. Donovan said no.
They're not allowed to have beer? You practically forced me to have beer, and they're not allowed to have...
I encouraged them at first also, and then let's just say it was a exhausting night.
Have you tried wine? I can do wine in this thing too.
I assume the result would be the same. I tell you what, Bale, if you want to handle it, handle them, be my guest.
I will give them beer and a gun if that's what you are asking me to do. But
I am saying you are responsible if you give them beer and or a gun.
I think that sounds like too much responsibility for me. So I think I'm okay. Boss wouldn't even let me have a cat.
It's a rule for a reason. No offense, Nick.
Yeah, the four of you gathered around a table, enjoying a meal upon the flying fortress in the sky. Anything else we're doing? Anything we're saying?
I can't think of anything. When
Okay.
we're going to get information at Waterdeep, is there anything else you would want information on besides who sold the ring that I could
That I
ask
can
about?
think of.
I forget.
Well,
We were gonna go ask for intel and then go do the job and come back and then go to thing, or were we gonna wait in
Well, yeah,
Waterdeep?
you said
I can't remember.
you could reach out to your contacts. So I think above board, we were gonna go through Waterdeep, and you were gonna let it be known that you were looking for information about the sale. And then while that information is being gathered, we were going to go to
Okay,
Daggerford.
that's what I thought
And
too.
then from
I was just making sure.
Daggerford, yeah.
Hopefully, I can get a sending stone so they can, or a way for them to communicate with me, or me communicate with them from farther away would be good.
Yeah. Eventually, dinner wraps up. Everyone disperses. What would everyone be doing afterwards?
I don't think anything out of the
After-
ordinary for me.
yeah.
Just more sketching
Yeah,
and
me
stuff.
either.
Eventually, everyone's just gonna turn in. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I would
believe
do
so,
my
yeah.
my nightly meditation before I turned in, but that is alone in my room, so I guess it's functionally the same.
Sure. Okay.
And then the night before we get there, I would unprepare the alchemy jug as one of my infusions and instead prepare a new tattoo needle. And it'll be another for use at cure wounds.
Okay.
I didn't want to do that the whole time we were traveling because that feels like cheating, but like the last time I'll do, like if I just stocked up on tattoo needles.
Eventually, everyone kind of turns in for the night. Renarad shows each of you to a room. Clean linens on each bed, kind of just gonna swipe off a little bit of dust. Yeah.
Wait, it's important. Whose room do you give to who?
We had more than enough beds, right? Like, I'm not playing that game.
Yeah. Yeah,
Everything's been
Bale,
rearranged in 6 months anyway.
Yeah.
yeah, Bale, you sort of pass the time before falling asleep, just sketching, planning. I'm assuming Flint would be doing the same, yeah?
Flint would be snooping and seeing if there's anything in the room, maybe that someone left in there, or like the kobolds missed when they were cleaning.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty like kind of average setup. Bed, like a dresser to put clothes and things in, and then just a mirror on one of the walls. And then there's a window that kind of looks into the courtyard. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
I was trying to think if I like left anything in my room when I was Azazel. No.
Plenty of time has passed. Who knows where things are now?
A 9.
A 9? Okay. You kind of have a peruse around the room, open the 2 drawers in the dresser. They're both empty. On top of the dresser, though, there is a book.
I open up.
And the cover is a like Volo's Guide, 101 jokes in the realm of Faerun.
Lent is gonna give it a read. And just kind of spend a little bit of time just perusing through these jokes.
Okay. What? How does a paladin protect against the heat of a firebolt? The answer to the joke is he turns up his AC. What's a cleric's favorite hot drink? Divinity.
Lent is jotting some of these down in his memory.
Why do wizards like fireball so much? It's a well-rounded spell.
Can I give you the inspiration?
This is the book you gave to Canary. You don't get to be mad now.
Give
Canary.
it to Tusha.
Or Tusha,
Tusha.
sorry. Canary. Sorry.
Yeah, he kind of
I had to play so many dead characters, I forgot.
pass the time by just flipping through this book. A lot of just dad joke style, and then some of them more intricate, some of them more witty, quirky, you know. Mira, in your room, you know, you go in and settle in. Have a glance around. In the corner, next to the dresser in your room, there's a heavy chest, and then leaning up against the wall next to it, there's a very finely made axe. That kind of has like a bluish shimmer to the blade. It's carved with runes and sigils that are foreign to you.
Checking it out.
It's very heavy.
Looking it over. Yeah. Alright, put it back down. Did you do just spread all our shit out?
Gotta keep it somewhere.
But yeah.
No
Kind of,
wonder this guy lost Alexi.
And, you know, that all of your things, like, would you like spread your stuff out in your rooms at all? Anybody like
Yeah, Flint's
unpack,
the shop.
you know?
He's yeah.
Yeah, Mira would as well. Just kind of make herself at home. Be comfy.
I think most of my stuff would be like close, like the bullet belt and guns and a holster and everything would be just like close by, and then just on the desk would be his sketchbook.
Okay. Mira, as you unpack, you know, you flip the latch on this heavy chest on the ground to go put all of your belongings in there. And inside of it, folded very neatly, is like a scaly, like a green, like a heavy leather tunic. As well as like a pair of like armbands that are like look like they have like some serious heft on them, kind of adorned with like spikes and fur on it.
I think opening that chest and seeing that, would that axe fit in the chest with those things?
Definitely not. No.
Okay. I would close the chest back up, try my best to move that axe, drag it over, and kind of just place it up on the chest. And then I wouldn't take any of that out and place my stuff there. I would just make room for my stuff elsewhere.
Okay. Yeah, with everybody settled in, taking our first steps out into the real world on our first real mission as a new group, I would say. I think that's a good spot to end for this week.
All right.
Yeah.
And then next week I will go through day 2 of the travel real quick, and then we are in Waterdeep.
Sweet.
You know how your parents are always like, yeah, don't get into cars with strangers. Well, you guys have known Denovian for like 2 days, and you're all piling into his flying house. Where's
mean-
your sense of
So
caution?
like 4 days.
If I need to, I can just jump. So I have feather fall. I can be out of here like that.
Yeah, but did your parents tell you to not meet a group of strangers and enter a tournament of power and go through trial and tribulations and win through blood and glory and become local celebrities in a major city on the Sword Coast? And then invite your friends back to your floating house.
It'd be kind of weird if they did. So.
With your
It was
lizard.
part of the prophecy. What do you mean? Of course they did.
With your lizard chef who makes mush and
Mush, mush, mush. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back next week with D&D. I'll probably be
We
back
will be
later this
discussing-
week with more streams. Love you guys.
Get 'em next
Peace.